I was just like, wait a minute. Damn, you should have got that on tape. You should have got that on tape. What it do, shouty? I am Wesley from Aconnectiontv 2, and this is why you're watching me. Oh, man. What's going on, everybody? I am Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network, and yesterday was the best day of my life. I have been a Brandy supporter, stars, stan, fan, fanatic, whatever you want to call it, depending on the level of mental craziness, whatever. Since Thea days, since the one time at the end of the episode where everybody was listening to her sing and the world had got their introduction to Brandy Norwood, the vocalist, at that tender age of 15, I think she was at the time. I can't believe that I finally got the opportunity to meet her, chill with her for a little bit, crack jokes, see her laugh, talk to her about her Put It Down exclusive performance that she gave to the people at Howard Theater, and she was asking us what was our favorite move that she did in the routine. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I want to give a shout out to Carey. Carey, brother, you are synonymous when it comes to like Brandy apparently on Twitter, and I didn't know how big it was until I actually like saw you in your little world of Brandydom. But you are the bomb, and I appreciate you for thinking of me when Brandy asked you who's coming down to see her. And y'all hit me up. It was like, Wesley, Wednesday we're going to see Brandy. Do you want to come? And you already know. I was going to be like, yes, I want to go. I rearranged, did what I had to do at work so I could get this day off. Carey and Craig. Carey for the link to Brandy, and Craig for suggesting that I go. Awesome. I love y'all. And oh my God, it's like, it's a true testament to who you know, right? If you know the right people and you support the right people, they'll support you in the end. And Craig and Carey have been riding for me since 2 summers ago when we first met in Sizzle, Miami. And ever since then, they've been, you know, supporting me on Aconnectiontv on YouTube. I cannot believe that I touched her. She sang to me in the freaking audience. She stared at me like quite a few times when she was performing. And this is my first Brandy performance, y'all. My first Brandy performance. My first time hearing Brandy live, sitting in the audience, seeing her sweat, seeing her attitude, seeing her charisma on stage, and truly understanding that she is a vocalist and she can definitely do the damn thing. I am beyond, like, at a loss of words. I'm a blogger. I'm a YouTube blogger, and I have nothing to freaking say. So I meet up with Craig and Carey at you know, at the Hertz on 34th Street because we were getting a rent-a-car. And shout out to DRC because their friend, another Brandy Stars, was there, and I got a chance to meet him. We drove 4 hours to DC, four and a half hours to DC to see her. When we got there, it was torrential rainstorms. It was raining cats and turtles for some particular reason. And I was like, no, like, why is it raining? Like, why is it raining? But before we got in to Howard Theater, the rain stopped. Mind you, on the way there, I'm looking around at the project that we were in, or the area that we were in, surrounding area, and I'm like, how is Brandy performing? Where's Brandy performing? Are we meeting her here and then we're going to go somewhere else? Because when you drive around that area, you don't see performance hall or somewhere for her to perform. And then we drive up to the Howard Theater, and as soon as you see the Howard Theater, you're just like, oh, the Howard Theater is beautiful. The inside is gorgeous. The actual auditorium, concert stage hall, whatever you want to call it, is magnificent. I was just like, what? I was like, okay. And then on the outside of Howard Theater, you see, you know, promotions of other stars that are going to be performing there, you know, in the next month or 2 months or whatever. We get this. Well, first we get this, the Orange Band, because Carey had got us on the list because he personally knows Brandy and he personally has her number, and so he got us out on the list. And I'm like, okay, I got an Orange Band. I'm about to go see Brandy. I'm about to go see Brandy. We get in. Apparently the Orange Band was for VIP on the top balcony, but we're like, the stage is right here. Why go up top and be so far from her where we can actually be down here and enjoy Brandy? So we were at the stage. Shout out to Forever Genuine and Forever D-Mark. Obviously, Brandy fans for the Forever in their Twitter names. But they had saw me at the entrance, shouted me out on Twitter, and then when I got to the stage, I was shouting them out like, where are y'all, where are y'all, where are y'all? And Forever Genuine was like, I'm getting a drink, I'm getting a drink. And of course I got my Ciroc Peach and Pineapple, so I was good. I got to the stage, I drank it, went back to the bar, dropped the glass off, and then went to the stage. Still didn't see Forever D-Mark and Forever Genuine. Shout out to Ernest for shouting out Aconnectiontv and saying that he watches the show. Ernest was there. Big ups. Shout out to Vance for saying that he was the #1 Brandy stan in the freaking Howard Theater, and I almost slapped him because I'm like, no, you're not. But shout out to Vance. And I was chilling. Shout out to Jennifer for from BrandyDaily.com. She was there. And then shout out to Vaughn from the BrandyBlog, which is the first Brandy source of info.com that I ever visited, was the Brandy blog. And then I just found out about Brandy Daily today. I don't know how that worked out, but shout out to all of you guys. Every single last one of you guys. And then Being Complex was there too, and I didn't find out that he was there until after the freaking fact. But shout out to Being Complex. Real quick, y'all, I just have to say, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have met Brandy. Because I wouldn't have gone to Sizzle, and I wouldn't have known Blue Eyed Simba, and I wouldn't have met all of these people that got me to eventually meet Carey. And if I wasn't doing YouTube, and let's just say I went to Sizzle and I wasn't doing YouTube, Carey wouldn't have followed up with me and followed me at all, because I wouldn't have been doing anything worth following. And I wouldn't have been able to potentially meet Brandy. I would have never met any of the people that I know on YouTube. And I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity to do something that I love to do. You know, people look at YouTube as this very faux pas type thing, like, what, you're doing YouTube? Like, is that your job? And in all actuality, it is a lot of jobs for a lot of the popular bloggers. I myself am not a popular blogger. I am of somewhat, you know, small scale popularity. So for me, like, when people tweet me and say that they've seen me or whatever, I really want you guys to come up and say hello. It would be appreciative, you know, for me, because I like to see who supports, and I like to know why you support. So being complex, next time speak. Okay, and Forever Genuine, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to give you a hug and shake your hand. You kind of like walked off very quickly. But Forever D Mark, thank you, brother, for being able to give me that little hug. Thank you, I appreciate it. Shout outs to y'all. I get down motherfucking stairs. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry all day. I fucked all day. You know, I held my composure. I saw her perform. I didn't cry. She sang Departed, and I thought I was gonna cry when she sang Departed because she said that it was for the stars, but I'm like, she must be talking about it was for Whitney. I'm just like, she performed. I really wish, Brandy, I really wish you would have performed Angel in Disguise. Like, I really wish you would have performed that song. I love that song. She performed Best Friend, and I immediately thought about my best friend Tiffany. She performed I Wanna Be Down. OMG, she performed Put It Down. We got the first ever live performance of Put It Down right in front of me with her. Gangsta Fashion Walk. And then the end part, which you can see on BrandyDaily on YouTube. Oh my God. I went through all of that and I didn't cry. And I don't know if it's because now I'm starting to sink in that the tears are starting to come, but I get downstairs. Mind you, after seeing Ryan, her cousin, and Ryan, her new beau, I'm just like, wow, this is like surreal. Like, I see these people on TV. Like, I like, wow, like these are people that are really, really connected to Brandy. And, you know, Vaughn is like, come on, let's go, let's go. And then out of nowhere, Vaughn just shows up behind this curtain, behind the backstage, and he's like, well, where y'all at? And Carey's like, well, how the hell you get back there? And it's like, I saw Ryan. And I'm like, okay, well, like, look, how are we getting back there? Because, like, look, if I have to see her, I have to hug her, I have to tell her that I love her. So how are we getting back there? Long story short, Ryan, the cousin, the manager, opens up the door. He knows Carey and Craig. We get green bands. This band allowed me to go downstairs and meet her. I'm good. I'm good. We got in line. The line was thick. I want to shout out everybody that visited Howard Theater, because in the beginning it was real light, and then when the show started, it was like packed. Howard Theater was packed with people. It was a beautiful thing. Q from 112 was there. And he was so over the fact that majority of the audience was gay males. He was like, not to be funny, but can we get some women to the stage? I'm like, bruh, do you not know the audience that is here to support Brandy? Like, there's some chicks here, but bruh, really? Bruh. I mean, Q was awesome. Q, his voice was amazing. His voice was amazing. He brought some already secured females on stage because somebody had to tell him, like, look, you're probably not going to get no females to come up on stage. There's probably going to be a lot of dudes here, so let's secure this now. These two chicks come out of nowhere. One was, like, really, like, ready to jump his bones, and then the other one was, like, really, you know, soft-spoken. Anyway, enough about Q. Follow Q Parker 112 if y'all care about Q. Brandy. We get downstairs, I'm going behind the scenes, whatever, I'm in line, whatever. All these people there wanting to meet Brandy, and I'm like, I gotta meet Brandy, I'm about to 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 meet Brandy. The guy tells us that we can't use our cell phones, and I'm like, what? Excuse me? Apparently, there's a photographer there that's gonna take pictures and you can view it online. I don't even know what website that guy was from, but I'm like, no. I have to take a picture. So Carey's like, forget it. We take pictures. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. Blah blah blah. So the four of us, luckily the guy was letting four of us in together. Me, Carey, Craig, and DRC got in to see Brandy, and when we got in, oh my God. When we got in, she was all filled with smiles, and she was like, hey, and of course she knows Carey and she knows Craig, and she had met DRC before, but this was the first time she was seeing me, and she stared me in my face and was like, what's your name? And I said, Wesley, and she's like, hey Wesley, you gotta get in this picture, blah, blah, blah. So we took the picture, and you know, we had brief talk, blah, 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 but we had to go because there was still a line behind us. She was like, y'all better not go nowhere. Go to the side, go to the side. So we got out the door, and then Ryan, the boyfriend, was like, all right, y'all gotta go. And I'm like, no. She said, we gotta go. We gotta go to the side. No, don't do this. Don't do this. Carrie's like, no, we going to this side. So I quickly moved because I'm like, no, I'm trying to be in nobody's way. I'm not trying to get kicked out. Brandy said, go to the side. I'm with Carey. I'm with Vaughn. I'm with Jennifer. I'm with everybody. I'm in the mix. So goddamn it, I'm staying. I'm gonna be Brandy. Go. We waiting. Vaughn from BrandyBlog is like, all right, so I want to interview her. Can one of y'all like hold my camera? I'm like, I got it, boo. I'm a director. I got you. I got you. So, long story short, everybody sees everybody. I'm in front of Frank from TrueExclusives, and I'm nervous. I don't know why, but I'm nervous, and I can't say anything to Frank. I don't know why. I tweeted Frank before, and I don't know if he saw my Brandy video, but I tweeted Frank before, and I was nervous, so whatever. I didn't say anything to Frank until after the fact. We get in. Jennifer comes out. She makes room for us. Me, Vaughn, DRC, Carey, Craig, Ryan, the manager, and like TrueExclusive Frank from TrueExclusive, and I guess his partner or whatever. We're all in the room. And she's like, literally like right there. And I remember saying, Brandy, you did awesome. And she's looking at me, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then we started to talk about her performance, and then Carey or Craig was like, we loved your performance. And then she's like, really? What move did y'all like? And she was doing the walk, the signature walk, where she be like that. Oh my God. And then she did the bounce. Oh my God, Brandy was a hot mess. Brandy was tired. She was exhausted. Apparently, she's been up for like 24 hours nonstop doing shows, press, and all of this other stuff. And I'm just like, damn. And like, Vaughn was ready to do his interview, and I'm like, I'm about to hold the camera that's gonna record Brandy. Brandy is like 3 feet in front of me giving an interview, and I'm getting this exclusive with TrueExclusives and Vaughn from the BrandyBlog, the first BrandyBlog that I've ever discovered. Shout out to you, Vaughn. Your questions were off the chain, and I was able to learn a little bit more about Brandy through your interview, Vaughn. So shout out to you, bruh. You definitely did your thing. And it's cool that I finally got a chance to meet somebody that has created something that allows me to get to follow the person that I respect and love in the entertainment industry, Miss Brandy. After the interview, I finally get a picture, and Craig and Carey is like, Brandy, you don't know Mona? You don't know Mona? You gotta watch Mona. You don't know Aconnectiontv? You gotta watch Aconnectiontv. And she was like, Mona? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you don't be coming for me, do you? And I'm like, no, I'm a Brandy stan. Like, are you serious? I'll go hard for you. I'll go hard for you. She's like, okay, I'm gonna have to check this out. She was like, Mona, M-O-N-A. I was like, yes, all you have to do is Google Mona Simone, and Mad-ish will come up. That's all you gotta do. She was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. So I get to take pictures with Brandy, and I took my picture with Brandy, and I was like, yo, Y'all have no idea. I think I was just so excited that I couldn't even really cry. Like, that's how excited I was. Like today was freaking so real. Like, so real. So real. And I took a picture, and she feels so soft, and she's so pretty, and she smelled good, and she's hugging me, and I just know I'm smiling, and I'm nervous. My face is shaking and shit, and I'm just like, the fuck, I'm sitting here fucking holding Brandy. We took the first picture, and then she gave me a motherfucking kiss, and I was just like, wait a minute. Damn, you should've got that on tape. You should've got that on tape. Craig was taking a picture, and I'm just like, oh my God, she fucking kissed me. Brandy fucking kissed me. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I was like, wait, no, you gotta get another one. You gotta get another picture. So he took another picture. And, you know, a little while after Vaughn's interview, they was clowning back and forth, Carey and Craig, and we was talking, and she was so tired. And towards the end, she lost her voice because she was just so tired, and I felt so bad because I'm like, damn, we didn't leave until like close to 1. Because she made sure that she stayed after to see everybody that had a green band. And there was a lot of people with the green band. And then after that, she stayed to do the interview with Vaughn and TrueExclusives. And she stayed to see Team Brandy. Now, apparently, Carey is responsible for Team Brandy, which is associated to BrandyDaily.com. Unbeknownst to me, like, Team Brandy, like, I wish I would have known this ahead of time because, come on, Aconnectiontv, 25 million views, let's get it in. Like, really? Like, I would have went hard for Aconnectiontv, but I didn't think about it, and Craig was like, why didn't you have her shout you out? She would have definitely did that, blah, 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 and I know that I missed the motherfucking opportunity to it. I know I missed the opportunity, but there will be another opportunity because I know I'm going to see Brandy again. I have to see Brandy again. And this time, she's going to say, hey, Wes. She has to. And that was my little experience, y'all. I can't show too much of the concert on here for copyright issues and stuff like that. I'm not trying to, you know, get my page taken off or nothing like that. But I do have footage. I have a lot of pictures in my phone. And I was tweeting and Instagramming. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, both is Aconnectiontv, letter A, Connection TV. Letter A, word Connection TV. Tonight was amazing, and I met quite a few people. And shout out to the beautiful ladies that were outside waiting for Brandy to come out. Shout out to y'all. I handed y'all my card. Y'all had some exotic names, so I can't really remember what the names were. But shout out to y'all, and shout out to TrueExclusives for taking the picture with me after the whole thing was done, and then you tweeted me, so shout out to TrueExclusives. Tonight was one of the most memorable nights I will ever have, or I've had, since I've been on this earth. And I've always said that I always wanted to meet Brandy, and then the second person after that is Tyler Perry. There is nobody else in the world that I care to meet. Nobody else. But Brandy, and I met her, and I hugged her, and she kissed me. And she sang to me in the audience, and she looked me in the eyes and said, what is your name? And I said, Wesley. She was like, hey, Wesley. She's so freaking sweet. And she's so happy. She's happy. She's happy. And I'm happy that she's happy. And she tore it up. Brandy, you tore it out the motherfucking frame, girl. You tore it out the frame, girl. You tore it out the frame. Your swag on stage is your own. Nobody got your swag, boo. You killed it, and I cannot wait to see this video. Put it down, featuring Chris Brown. The video was wrapped, and Brandy said that it would be, even though we'll see it in a week or so, but Brandy, I love you. I am Wesley, the crazy. No, I wasn't crazy. But I am Wesley, and you need to see Mona Simone, and you need to see my Put It Down Brandy Fanatic video that I did for you. I'm gonna tweet it, I'm gonna DM it to you, okay? Brandy admitted that she's not good with Twitter, and she's not good with DM, especially with DMs, but nonetheless, and I'm really thinking about going to Global Fusion, but it's like I don't have to now because I already saw the routine, number one, and I'm not gonna be able to get backstage at Global Fusion. So like, what's the point of, you know, spending that? No, Brandy, when you come to New York, it's you and I. And Team Brandy, they RC, Craig, and Carey. The four of us is going down basement. Shout out to you. And one thing before I leave, Q Parker 112 did his rendition of, was it Climax? Yes, Usher song, and did it better than Usher. No shade, but just light to the situation. Yes, follow me on Aconnectiontv. Follow me on Aconnectiontv. Instagram, Aconnectiontv. Brandy, I love you. Later.